it's time for something completely different. We have Detective Pony, written by Dirk Strider and also some person. But yeah, let's read the summary. And then there's a customized copy of Pony Pals, a gift to get to you on your 14th birthday from the slippery Mr. Strider. Each page contains lovingly handwritten commentary on the fuck. Oh god, that's a bug. Oh god. The bug has vanished. Wow, that's the first time that's like the first time I fucked up in the first minute of recording. Usually if I'm like interrupted, I just restart, but it's not my grandma. Alright, anyway, and then each page contains lovingly handwritten commentary on the deeds of this intrepid young horse. Later, about halfway through the book, rather than see the gag through to the bitter end, Strider begins pasting over entire pages of original text with his own, completely rewritten version of the story, while keeping all the chapter titles. His revision is a tough, emotionally draining read, but it's cathartic in all the worst ways possible. He tends to get carried away with his projects. Note, this work is an altered book, and it plays on the physical relationship between the original pages and the edited text. As such, it's presented as a series of images. Reading the images is the only way to get the full experience, but I'm aware that some people can't/don't want to read it that way. So if that's the case, you can skip to Chapter 13, which is a text-only version of the story, including rough descriptions of the most important illustrations, originally posted on detectivepony.tumblr.com. Note, Dirk doesn't like to cite his sources, but I do. I've compiled a complete list of all the allusions, quotations, references, etc. on this page of my blog, both to give them due credit and for the benefit of the curious reader or the frustrated reader, since many of the references are intentionally opaque, oblique, obscure. Most of the drawings throughout the book are adapted from Andrew Hussey's old comics. The Dirk font I used was made by K. the Scout. This is gonna be fun. Very fun. And what better to fit with something written by Dirk than royalty-free music? I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna use here. I'm gonna use something. No copyright music vlog. Sure. You know what? Screw it, I'm just... Actually, you know what? That'd probably be... I could do this? Oh yeah, it wouldn't even work, because I don't watch videos on this account. I use my main account to watch videos, so I don't really have a mix. Okay. Kevin McLeod. I could also just use a homesick stream, but I feel like that's too good for this. Shut. Put that down to 5. Alright. And shuffle. And now, we are ready to begin this Pony Pals adventure. Detective Pony. Hell fucking yes. DS. Can Acorn save the animals? Who the fuck is this? Why are they putting their name on this original Dirk Strider creation? Might as well just... All we gotta do is just cross you out. There. It's perfect. Haha, no. Let's begin. Gary Garsh... Oh, boy. Who's this douchebag/dentist? Remember to shampoo your pony before reading. Ensure good, clean fun. Barcode zebra pope. Oh. And basically, so why this exists is because in Homestuck, Act 6, Act 1, there's a book called Detective Pony. Only like 4 or 5 pages of it are actually shown. But someone decided to make the complete edition. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be emotionally draining. I'm gonna want to die by the end of this. Anyway, me, eager to begin the journey that is Pony Pals. Detective Pony, title page count 1. Are you prepared for some crazy fucking pony adventures? Gary Arch, no DDS, artist interpretation. Oh, why? Does he run like a frickin'... Actually, no, I was gonna say... It looks like a monkey, so me saying it looks like he runs a zoo would be kind of since he looks like a monkey, the point of my joke would be missed. I was saying that because of the outfit. But yeah. Curious self. Do you love ponies? Fuck yes, I love ponies. Be a pony pal. Look for these Pony Pal books. I want a pony. A pony for all seasons. A pony in trouble. Give me back my pony, you asshole. Pony to the rescue. Too many ponies. Literally impossible. Look at this smug fucker. Runaway pony. Goodbye, pony. The wild pony. Super special one. The baby pony. Don't hurt my pony. Circus pony. Keep out, pony. The girl who hated ponies. Also literally impossible. The Pony Sitters. Super special 2. The story of our ponies. The blind pony. The missing pony pal. Super special 3. The ghost pony. All 3 about the same blind ghost circus pony. 17. Venture capitalist pony. Super special 4. A very pony Bastille day. Deconstructed pony explores Defiance. Ragnarok. What the fuck is this? Oh god. Getting royalty-free music was both the best and worst idea, wasn't it? Come on, look at how much. There's like... This... all made by the same guy, I think? Kevin Mac... Yeah. I must learn about him. Is he still alive? Yeah, he is. Over 2,000. This isn't over 2,000. I feel scammed. Ooh. Alright. Pony Pals, Detective Pony. Title page count 2. Enjoying a delicious Olive Garden infinite breadstick. Janine Betancourt, probably guilty of war crimes for writing this. Reminder to self, review Geneva Conventions. This will be an incredible and emotional journey. Let's embark on it together. Illustrated by Paul Batcham. A Little Apple paperback. Me again. Scholastic Inc. New York, Toronto, London, Auckland, Sydney. Ponies love frolicking the fuck out. The roller swords invade. The anticipation is mounting. Every new page of fucking nothing before the start of the book sends another tingle through my eager loins. Just another fucking drawing of a horse. I don't know. This one has a saddle, I guess. If you... oh my. Stolen property. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit, they sound serious. So, fuck. If you purchase this book with a hilariously defaced cover, you should be aware that this book is a priceless work of art. It was reported as totally rad to the publisher, and neither the author nor the publisher deserve to receive any payment for this improved book. The roller swords see that they are being disruptive, so they abashedly back away. This Pony Pal book is for Lee Minoff. This dedication would be a kind gesture if this book was a fucking pile of shit. But it is. Poor, sweet Lee Minoff. You did nothing to deserve this. Pile of empty space. Still going. You should have known better, Mr. Lincoln. I'm putting the blame for this one on you. Gallery of American Presidential Mustaches. Ulysses S. Grant. Corrupting McScandal. Rutherford B. Hayes. The hobo we accidentally elected president. James Garfield. 200 Days Too Many. Chester A. Arthur. Dumb hair, decent president. Friedrich Nietzsche. Frick, what? Alright, where was I? Chester A. Oh yeah. Neither American nor president, but sweet stash anyways. Grover Cleveland, like the Muppet and the city in Ohio. I destroyed hella rare books to get these pictures. Worth it. Benjamin Harrison. Who cares? Theodore Roosevelt. Literally a bull moose. Arthur J. McGinty. The president everyone forgot existed. William Howard Taft of Flabby Ass. Tom Selleck. President P.I. I like his chances in 2020. Oh boy. Still going. My predictions for what this book will include. Pony-related capers, pony-related hijinks, pony-related monkey shines, pony-related antics, pony-related pranks, pony-related escapades, pony-related vagaries, pony-related buffoonery, pony-related shenanigans, pony-related tomfoolery, pony-related gambles, pony-related didos, less dirty than it sounds, pony-related japes, pony-related jibes, pony-related jests, probably infinitely many, horseplay, horse priest, I hear he's the best. Folks, we're going to give Father Horse a 20-minute freakout break, then continue service. Amazing chapter titles, potentially the table of contents for greatest book ever written. But Betancourt shat out this nightmare instead. Contents: a visitor, screaming ponies, motherfuck, danger, flames, missing, the fight, blood and snow, holy shit, homeless. 3 ideas, acorn shadow, a pony broods, the final freakout. Appendix A, official body count, horseshoes, whatever. There are not many English novels which deserve to be called great. Detective Pony is one of them. A breathtaking Herculean project, an achievement of the order of Marcel Proust. I'm gonna zoom in. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe out a bit. Okay, now this is good. Frick. There's no novelist of the 20th century more likely to live than Janine Betancourt. Detective Pony is quite surely the greatest modern war novel from a British writer. It is remarkable because it is a novel of realism and yet also an exciting experimental work. It is a work of elaborate form, but the form is concentrated on a public theme, the nature of war, seen in the light of the complex deceptions of a dying age. What we are likely to remember above all is the figure of Acorn himself, hero and victim, departing an older age of culture and entering a new and chaotic age of modernity. From the introduction by Malcolm Bradbury. W.H. Auden, artist interpretation. Oh my. Once you turn this page, there's no going back. You have entered the world of Detective Pony. God help you. Silly drawing of a pony to distract you from how deathly serious this situation is. Detective Pony. Final title page count 3. Just in case you forgot what you were reading after the cover and the first 2 title pages. Made it all the way. Pumped as fuck to finally begin the story. Still curious. Why is this elf so curious? What does he think he'll find? Will anything sate his ferocious thirst for knowledge? These are the questions, Jane. These are the questions. Oh boy. Lake Appomattox, the biggest name for a lake I've ever heard. The firehouse, actually a brothel. Abandoned cricket patch, probably haunted. Acorn and Lil Seb's paddock. The secrets are okay, that's Here be dragons! Destroyed by rotting orcs. Constantly on fire. And mysteriously inverted buildings, referred to by locals as Shadow Wiggins. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Chapter 1. A Visitor. Tragic pony news. Anna. Almost a good name for you, not sure why. Harley. Dumb name, sounds like product of speech impediment by imbecile. Came out her back door and ran across the backyard. There are 2 ponies in the paddock behind Anna's house and yard. Hey ponies, Anna called out. We're going for a trail ride, as she prepared the news adroitly. Anna's pony, Acorn, was standing in the pony shed. The other pony, Lil Sebastian, belonged to Anna's next-door neighbor and pony pal, the city of Pawnee, Indiana. Lil Seb came over to Anna, but Acorn stayed in the shed. Anna thought that Acorn was trying to hide from her. He liked to play I'm scared shitless of my master. I should probably mention this. I've read the first 6 chapters, but I do not really remember the 4 through 6 at all. I do remember the first 3 rather well, so I probably won't be that expressive. Oh well. Man, screw handwriting, this is easier, he says as he writes in hand. Anna went into the shed. Acorn wasn't fucking around. He was staring at a fluffy black cat with white paws taking a dump on his favorite saddle. The cat was staring back at Acorn, shitting like tomorrow wasn't a thing. Hey kitty, said Anna, what are you doing here? She asked, the act of defecation oddly foreign to the girl. Pawnee came into the shed behind Anna. Whose cat is that? The rural township inquired. I don't know, answered Anna. It's not a pony, so who seriously gives a fuck? Suddenly, a mouse ran from behind the feed bin. The contrived incident caused some extra shit to happen. Acorn was like, oh hell no, not the fucking my paddock, bitch! Acorn nickered as if to say, vile slurs omitted. The cat leaped back up on the straw and curled himself into a ball. Acorn took a few steps towards the cat and crushed it to death with his magnificent hooves. Acorn nickered triumphantly. That's so cute, murmured the fictional Midwestern burro. Pam Crandall rode another goddamn pony up to the shed. She said hi to her pony pals and the whole crew beamed complacently about their bullshit horse club. Anna pointed at the cat. Acorn has a new kind of meat he appears to tolerate, she exploded. But we don't know where the most succulent poisons are, or who gets the wishbone, said Pawnee. Do you? Pam... Frick. Alright, Pam picked up the body and looked the jellified carcass over. The body, without the soul, is this matter, she said. Do you think there's an afterlife? Asked Anna. He doesn't have a collar, said Pam, so there's nothing to loot from the corpse. The avaricious girl sighed dejectedly. We should make a poster saying we found him, said Anna, just in case someone needs a dead cat for a satanic ritual. Are we the fucking feline friends? Said Pawnee. No, we're the pony pals, so let's stop dicking around with non-equines and ride some fucking horses. Let's go for a trail ride, snorted Pam. If he's still dead when we come back, we'll make a poster. Anna and Pawnee agreed with Pam. They saddled up their ponies and mounted. The cat began the slow process of decomposition. Oh boy. Bye, kitty, said Anna. It's time for you to go to meet your maker and be judged for your sins. The pony pals rode across the paddock onto Pony Pal Trail. The rest of the town called it those fucking kids who won't keep their mouths shut about ponies for 5 goddamn minutes no matter how much we beat them trail. Anna and her pals loved riding on Pony Pal Trail. No school for a whole week, Anna shouted. I knew framing our teacher for arson was a good idea. We're going to have so much heroin, Pam said. Look, Anna, Pawnee called. The cat came back to life. At first, Anna and Pam thought Pawnee was just drunk. She had a serious problem. Anna turned and saw the cat running along the trail behind them. Acorn saw him too. He wondered if it... Alright. I was, somewhere. Anna turned and saw... Acorn saw him too. He wondered if it was a projection of his murder-burdened conscience. Killing was not foreign to Acorn, quite the contrary. So why only now, after countless other homicides, would a victim come back to haunt him? Acorn, for the first time in centuries, was afraid. Anna slowed Acorn to a halt at 3 birch trees. The cat ran up one of the trees and sat on a limb near Acorn's face. Acorn examined it, its dead black eyes like pool of ichor bled by the nameless, thousand-tongued beast whose awakening will cause the land to crumble, the sea to boil, and the sky to shit itself in fear. This cat really likes Acorn, said Anna. Maybe we should bring the cat to your father, said Pawnee. He might know what kind of black magic is at play here. Good idea, said Anna, as she took a swig of whiskey from her jewel-encrusted flask. Pam's father was a veterinarian, and he took care of most of the cats, dogs, horses, manticores, and pigs in Wiggins. He spent the majority of his time, however, thinking about what a goddamn stupid name Wiggins is for a town. Fuck you, Janine Betancourt. Humorously tall bird, oblivious to the gravity of the situation, eyes locked in mutual hate/fear. Cat shit, no. Kids' fun time activities. There are 3 ducks in on this page. Can you find them all? Gee, I sure wonder. Nude Forest Wizard. He has office hours this morning, said Pam, so we should go right now. The OVs agreed once Pam drew her pistol on them. The cat followed the pony pals to the animal clinic. They put their ponies in the paddock. Jesus Christ, they love ponies so fucking much. Anna picked up the cat, and the 2 girls and a fictional town went into the clinic waiting room. A man sat in one of the orange plastic chairs. A German World War I-era soldier sat at his feet. Pam patted the German infantryman's head. How you doing, Brandy? She asked the Kraut. Brandy sniffed Pam's hand to check if she was carrying a canister of mustard gas. He's having an operation today, the man told Pam. He's having an operation today, the man told Pam. He had to stay overnight in the re-education room. He has committed horrible war crimes. Dr. Crandall came to the door of the waiting area. He was dismayed to see the pony pals there. Pam told him how they found the true meaning of Christmas. Brandy disdainfully humped Dr. Crandall's leg. I'll look at the cat after I put Brandy in the interrogation cell, said Dr. Crandall. The man and Brandy followed Dr. Crandall into the back of the clinic. The screams began almost instantly. Come on. A few minutes later, the pony pals were in Dr. Crandall's examining room. He put the cat on the examining table and readied his holy water and crucifix. "I've never seen the film Titanic," Dr. Crandall said, "but I can tell you Leonardo DiCaprio lived outdoors all his life. Leo doesn't have any scars and has eaten well. He's also been altered. And Claire Danes definitely had chemistry with him in Romeo plus Juliet." Dr. Crandall listened to the cat's heart and lungs with his stethoscope. "This cat has no heartbeat. It is not of this world," he said. He handed the cat back to Anna. "I'm going to sacrifice some ghosts to him because I am fucking terrified. This is such a bullshit animal." He opened a drawer and took out a rusty music box. Anna held the cat while Dr. Crandall gave the wind-up key to his daughter. "It's finally time for you to take this, Pam. You'll know when and how to use it. I'm sorry that this burden is now yours." "We're going to make posters about the cat," Anna told him. "This fucker is distracting us from our horse-related shit, so unless someone claims him, we'll have to take matters into our own hands." "Good idea," said Dr. Crandall. "He can sleep in the kennel tonight. I have an enema scheduled soon. Goodbye." "Thanks, Dr. Crandall," Potty whispered huskily. The pony pal said a word so foul I cannot bear to reprint it to Dr. Crandall, and brought the cat back outside. Anna put him on the ground. The cat melted through the paddock fence and over to Acorn. Acorn inwardly freaked the fuck out, but managed to keep it together. "That is such a horrifying cat," said Anna. "I wish Acorn and I could be free of him and his curse." Maybe nobody will claim him," said Pam. "Then you could finally test your new guillotine." "That would be so much fun," said Pawnee. "I can't kill the cat," said Anna sadly. "My mother says it's a sin to kill anything other than a human. If we can't give him away, we'll have to suffer his sorcery long after we are all in the grave." She shuddered. "The wind. Do you hear it, Pam? Oh, that it were blowing more fortuitous tidings our way. Instead of this rank scud of feculence, I age, I fear my aging. Would that cat's innocence were mine." "Too bad," Pawnee sighed. He's such an evil fucking cat." "I hope someone claims him," said Pam. The cat jumped up on the highest fence rail and started shitting again. Acorn and the cat locked eyes, knowing that soon the battle between them would begin, and that at its conclusion, something surely would be destroyed. Maybe one of them, maybe both, maybe the entire world. Anna wondered what would happen to Acorn's great new friend. Chapter 1, Finn. That was Chapter 1 of Detective Pony. I have no idea when this is. I am actually intrigued on how far this will go. I don't know how many chapters to read per video though, okay, so I want to do 3 would probably be the easiest, but 4 is probably the best option. It's because alright, you know what, I'm just gonna read the other 3 chapters next week, if I do this next week. Freaking, out of nowhere, I'm emotionally drained, and I'm completely sure of what caused that. I am tired, and I'm gonna take a break. It has been okay, I don't know how long it's been since I recorded Chapter 1, but it was a while ago. But yeah, Chapter 2, Screaming Ponies. That's the thing. Whoa. Okay, alright. So, get on that royalty-free music on Shuffle Play. I would resume it from the one I was listening to at the end of last chapter, but I'm not gonna check the recording. The Pony Pals went into Pam's house to hide from the dire wolves lurking outdoors, and to make posters about the cats. Pam put big pieces of paper, pencils, and magic spellbooks on the kitchen table. As Anna drew a picture of the demonic cat, she thought about her pony pals. Pawnee, Indiana, was the pony pal who knew the most about local government. Her father was Ron Swanson. He went to restaurants and ordered all the bacon and eggs. He was a perfect man, his mustache like those of Emperor Tamarin. Monkeys. Emperor Tamarin monkeys, oh god. Pawnee's mother was Leslie Nope. Should probably zoom in a bit, you know. Leslie Nope. She had always been a loving parent, and she established many beautiful parks within the town limits of her daughter. But she ran off with Joe Biden when Pawnee was 4 years old. After that, Pawnee's father took a hard look at his life. He hated what he saw. He ran away, lived in tents, rode elephants, and hid behind bushes to watch his ex-wife fool around with the vice president. Pawnee was heartbroken. She spent the next few years living with her uncles, Greg Daniels and Michael Sure. That... Oh. I can't tell if Greg Daniel is like the name of alcohol or like... Okay. I'm not very well versed in this stuff, okay? I don't know what's going on. Okay, I know what's going on, but, yeah. When she turned 10, she had a mental breakdown when she realized that she was simultaneously a human girl and an entire town with a population of 79,218. That's when she came to Wigan to stay with her grandmother and try to forget about the inherent contradictions of her being. The large town thought she'd be bored living in a much smaller town. But then she met Anna. But then she met Anna and Pam and became a pony pal. Pawnee told Anna that she had more adventures being a pony pal than she did during the Pawnee Bread Factory fire of 1922. Oh. Oh, fuck. Anna and Pam Crandall lived in squalor all their lives. Of all the pony pals, Pam knew the most about gambling and casino heists. Pam's mother was a disgraced railroad tycoon, and the Crandalls had a lot of jars of formaldehyde, and everyone was afraid to ask them why. Pam rode a pony like a motherfucking maestro of equine flesh. Pam is to pony as Mozart is to piano, only better. Anna and Pam met in kindergarten when Anna showed Pam a drawing she made of Guernica. Oh god. Anna is dyslexic, so reading and writing are difficult for her. She is so goddamn dyslexic that the text of this book changes when her dyslexia is being discussed. Anna held up the drawing she'd made of the black cat. That's perfect, said Pawnee with vicious sarcasm. You'll never make it as an artist, Anna, added Pam. Thanks, said Anna. You write the words and I'll draw a cat for the next poster. She refused to let her friend see her cry. Pam printed the words on the first poster, oh god. Lost was an overrated TV show with an unsatisfying ending. Found on Main Street, a black male cat. He is fucking evil and likes ponies. Call our friend to make fun of her drawing. 555-3714. 555 phone numbers are the speed bumps of fiction. There you are, driving your metaphorical reading car, or your word wheels, as you call the car when you're feeling particularly stoic. Accelerating along Alliteration Avenue. But don't get too comfy in the driver's seat of that least 94 Kia, pal. Because you're about to get forcefully unimmersed in your literary experience by that petty fake phone number. Bam. Hope you didn't get ballistic whiplash when your all-terrain allegory looked over those 3 5s. You wanted to be engaged with the flow of the narrative? Too fucking bad, chump. The engagement's off. The groom ran with his manicurist and left you holding the ring. The same kind of ring that you get if you tried calling a 555 number, i.e. none. That's fucking clever. Killing innocent whales with heat vision. I love that, although from what I do remember, this is gonna get, like, really metaphorical and all that. It's still pretty obvious that a kid is writing that. Like, Dirk is only 16. Like, that's still the age. Like, he was probably younger than 16 when he wrote it. No, wait. When did Jane get this? Hold on. 14th. Yeah. Dirk was only 14 when he wrote this. So, the whole, like, little hints that a freaking kid is writing this are still pretty freaking obvious. Like, this. Lost was an overrated scene. That's something I would write if I was defacing a book. He's just way too much. He's just a lot better at writing. Soon, the 3 posters were finished. Let's ride into town and hit up the speakeasy, said Anna. The girls went out to the paddock. Anna knew her brain would collapse in on itself if she had to see the cute cat again. But the cat wasn't dreaming its unspeakable dreams next to Acorn anymore. I wonder where he went, Potty drunkenly slurred. She had a serious problem. Maybe he was just visiting, and now he's returned to his netherworldly dimension of eternal pain, Pam said hopefully. Anna pointed to Acorn's back. There he is, she giggled over the sound of Acorn's screams. Where? Asked Pawnee. Then she giggled too. The cow was sitting on Acorn's back. He's the same color as Acorn's mane, said Pam. Black as Satan's heart and twice as evil. Anna lifted the cat off Acorn. Kitty, the knowledge that such a thing as you can exist makes me feel like a Daedalus trapped in my own ghoulish labyrinth, slowly starving to death. I hope that you get hit by a car. Another little clever thing. Sonnet Stuck, I think, the one who wrote this. Sonnet Stuck, you're really good at this. I wonder what else he wrote. Hate song of J. Stabby Norfrock. Oh boy. Huh. Wait, is that it? No, I am not Nick Cage. Oh god. Portrait of a sea dweller. Doesn't seem like you've written anything in quite a while. I wonder what you would think of, like, Detective Pony being made. Ooh, you made Theater of Cruelty. Huh, I didn't know that. Theater of Cruelty is a really good story. Oh. Okay. So they did know about the audiobook, but did they know about the, like, this is actually being made into a movie, like, okay, audiobook? Yeah, of course. Big audiobook. But here, it's a fucking movie. in the time between episode, like in the time between chapter 1 and 2, that large gap, I did watch this. I haven't watched the rest of it because I'm waiting to actually read more, but it is being made into a fucking movie.
Back at the clinic.
The screams began almost instantly.
It's brilliant. Oh boy. I'll get to watch the next 3 episodes after this. Alright, anyway, back to where we were. Let's put him in the animal clinic kennel while we're gone, said Pam. It's sad that our lives are so empty that we need to fabricate these little bullshit animal adventures to keep ourselves from constantly contemplating death. Smug because nobody can tell that his socks don't match. Draw whatever hat you think is funniest here. Okay. Get that down a little. So let's make the color purple. Purple is a nice color. Actually, you know what? Let's make it highlight, because highlight's more noticeable. Give it a fucking... That is... Okay. Not how you draw. Little fucking bullshit wizard hat. It's beautiful. Boop. Not a bridle, actually. Kinky bondage gear. Brilliant use of caricature shading. Will be used as an example in art history textbooks for years to come. The cat's supposed to have white paws that stated multiple times in the text. It clearly has black paws in this picture and all others in the book. Is this a simple continuity error or a subtle hidden clue to a multinational conspiracy? Probably both! Ow. Pam took the cat from Anna and carried him to the animal clinic. Acorn thanked God that he'd be rid of the cat for a while. But God did not listen. For when you are a pony like Acorn, you must be your own god, an eternal slave to an egocentric spiral of self-worship. The pony pals rode on Riddle Road, which was home to the town Sphinx. After besting it in a furious battle of wits, they reached the post office. Anna ran in and pinned the poster to the back of the sturdiest mail carrier she could find. This is a fucking long song, and I don't enjoy it that much. What? Oh. Okay, reading. Okay. Huh. Oh well. Next song? Next, they rode to Upper Main Street. Anna stayed with the ponies while Pam and Pawnee rode all their strength and all their sweetness up into one ball. The last stop was complete bullshit. Pam held the ponies while Anna and Pawnee did their insufferable lost cat shtick. Fuck, why does Janine Betancourt waste the few remaining years of her life on these stories? What does she whisper to herself at night to justify her existence? And does the night listen? I'm going to buy the cat a toy, Anna told Pawnee. Maybe tempting the cat's playful spirit is the key to banishing the twisted energies crackling within its veins. Sure, said Pawnee, in the manner of a widow who has nothing left to lose, not even her sanity. Anna led the way to the pet section of the store. There are 5 different kinds of toys for cats. This is a distractingly specific and completely fucking pointless detail that contributes nothing to the story. This one is the least irradiated, said Anna. She held it up. A red plastic ball and yellow feather hung from a long piece of wire. Pawnee batted the little ball with her finger. A bell tinkled inside the ball. Holy fuck! Why is this toy being described so meticulously? Are we really suspected to muster any fucks to give? He'll have fun with this, Pawnee croaked moistly. The girls rode back to the Crandalls. Needs an apostrophe. Crandalls. Get your shit together, Betancourt. Anna went to the kennel room to see the cat. She held the toy above its head. He reached up with 2 paws to cast a particularly noxious spell. When the bell rang, he jumped back. Then he tried to communicate to Anna with his unfathomable eyes that he would immolate her in sulphurous flames. She startled him in this fashion again. Anna was oblivious. She saw this creature to be merely a rank-and-file minion of Hades. This underestimation would eventually prove fatal, and worse. Later on, at the end of it all, Anna would think back on this moment, how innocent they had all been, especially Pawnee. Dear, sweet Pawnee. She deserved this least of all, Anna would think in that abstract future moment when Anna, Pam, and the whole world were poised on the edge of... Then again, perhaps Pawnee deserved it more than any of them. There were 6 other animals in the clinic. Brandy, the German soldier of the Great War, was sound asleep. He had a big bandage around his belly. He looked so peaceful curled up around his gooman mask. Mace? I don't know how to pronounce German words, okay? And clutching its Luger like that, Anna whispered to herself, the little spike on his pickle hair is adorable. Oh, look at that diamond-shaped sunburst pip on the corner of his strap. That means he's an old slow to the blah. Good for him. Oh, dear God. Anna lifted the cat out of his kennel and carried him outside. Acorn was reciting the names of the old gods in order of least to most tentacle near the clinic. When he saw the cat, he whinnied maliciously. The cat leaped from Anna's arms and ran over to Acorn. God averted his eyes, knowing what was soon to come. Oh no. The cat stayed in the paddock with the ponies while the girls went in for dinner. The moment Anna's back was turned, Acorn trampled the cat like nobody's business. Acorn had already killed the cat once, and was ready to do it as many more times as it took. Maybe this cat had 9 lives, maybe 9 million, but Acorn was patient. The cat couldn't keep coming back forever. It's fun to have a cat, thought Anna. Acorn hopped scotch all over that fucker. It was like a steamroller whose drum had just been reforged in the 4 glorious hooves and who hated cats more than Nikola Tesla hated the voltage leeches that lived in the pond outside his crystal electro mansion. After nearly a minute of trituration, Acorn looked proudly at the pulverized kitty turtles beneath his hooves. Crushing an enemy had rarely been so satisfying to him. Acorn felt as smug as the aforementioned voltage leeches did on the day in 1928, when they inevitably rose up, killed Tesla, crawled into his skull, and began controlling his body via electric shocks to his dead brain. That's right, for the last 15 years of his life, Nikola Tesla was actually just a colony of leeches that piloted its body as if it were a fleshy mecha from a weird Japanese anime. Pigeons and leeches, Jane. When you get right down to it, that's all we really are. Pigeons and leeches. But anyway, that whole aside just now is really dumb. Back to Acorn. Before the cat's blood had even congealed on his forelegs, Acorn saw what he knew he would. A black cat with white paws prancing toward him along the fence of the paddock. It would take more than that to kill me, Acorn hissed the cat in the tongue of the beast. Fuck you, snarled Acorn. Do you know why I'm here? The cat asked while shitting disdainfully. Acorn was silent. Then allow me to enlighten you. The inky archfiend jumped onto Acorn's back and began to whisper its spiraling serrations into the pony's ear. Suddenly, Anna woke up. She and her cronies were having a sleepover in her barn or the animal hospital or something. That's what happened in those boring as all fuck paragraphs up there that I pasted over. What the ever-loving fuck woke me up, Anna wondered. She heard pounding hooves and screeching ponies. She jumped out of the slice-open Totteron carcass in which she slept. Pam! Pawnee! Anna shouted. Wake up! Something's wrong in the paddock. Shit just got real. Pony pals, pose as a team, because shit just got real. Oh my god. Okay, that... Ah, fuck. You know, I could have used that opportunity to get more whatever there is to drink. Mostly just water, I guess. But I didn't. And I'm not going to. Yet. Oh yeah, I was gonna like, okay. Detective Pony. Original. I'm guessing we can't see the end of chapter 2. No. Oh. It goes pretty long. There's so much. End of chapter 2. Okay. There's no actual drawing there. I guess they just cut that out of a picture later on. But this fucking cut, this is atrocious. This is fucking atrocious. Like, it just fucking cuts to like the middle of a freaking paragraph. No, the middle of a sentence at the end of a chapter. You could have just got to like this page. Could have just started a chapter. Are you stupid? And it does another cut in the middle of a sentence. Oh my god. Janine Betancourt, if you are behind this, look inside. You fucked up. I'd like to read this book on Kindle. Oh, they're past my specific request. Personalized request from me. We've made our mark. What are the ratings on? Like the reviews? An exquisite read. I received this novel from a close friend of mine who is attuned to my interests. With one glance at the beautiful masterwork that is its cover, I immediately knew that it would be exceptional. I offer my praise to the brilliant author of this piece. No other contemporary wordsmith has managed to quite so fully capture, and they master the aloof and noble nature of the galloping hoof beast. Their powerful legs and strong rippling musculature. I may need a towel. Helpful. It's fucking even marked by it. I'm going to your account. One review. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. No. Oh god. I love the price and love the buggy. Oh, it's perfect writer. I want to see the 1-star reviews. Oh my god. Whatever. Oh, come on. It's pretty stupid if you ask me. Was the horse or Lucius? The cultivar certainly didn't make that clear. Speaking of the cultivar, why was the title so short? It told me almost nothing about the story. There were so many other creatures as well that they wasted letting them wander off instead of slaying the useless things. It was simply no good and a complete waste of my time. Flawed version. Oh my god, it's not. Oh my god. What the fuck? Wait. It is very important for this need to be met, or else the urges to throw knives come back. Darla, if you're reading this, Timmy's funeral is on the 15th of January. I want to keep reading the reviews, but I know I should get back to the story, but story, but okay, fuck it. A great read, and the Concord grape cover smells delicious. I was looked after the blind pony, Pony House 15. It was so moving. That's fucking... Oh, God. Delirious, sick, nasty perfection. I bought this book for a good friend of mine, and I must say that Bob honestly... Oh no, this is actually Dirk. Oh my God. Is it Dirk? I can't fucking... Probably is. This is pretty good. I, really like Beasts a lot. I don't think I like them better than some of my, peers who Beasts like to help other people in Beasts instead of punching them off cliffs and breaking their legs. When there's a fire and the beasts are in danger, I felt really close to that. I recommend this book to everybody because it really helps you feel, really confident. This is fucking great. I bought this book for my son's 13th birthday, and now he has a strange obsession with horses. He stands alone in his room, and all day, all he draws now is horses. On his art pad, on his school books, and when we took all the paper away, on his skin. When we took away the pens, he became enraged and began screaming about aliens and quadrants, writing about the different suits in a pack of cards, before going totally silent. Now all he will say is, "Bring me a horse and I am yours forever." I'm worried for my poor... I'm worried for my poor Andrew, and I hope he recovers soon. I'm fucking speechless. With the potential demonic presence of my son aside, the book is a wonderful read, with engaging, colorful, but still reassuring white characters and a thrilling story accessible to ages 3 and upwards. So because of this, I am still giving it a 4 out of 5. See and discover other items. Lost cat. Oh my God. I want to see more reviews. How? There's only 23. Can I just... Oh God. Oh my... My mother recommended this book to me after an excessive amount of shots, of course. Oh my God. Oh God. Great, man. I really liked how the ponies are friends with the cat, because it's just another way the universe keeps making all these miracles, man. So many miracles. It's just so beautiful, I have to honk, honk, honk. Terrace gave me this book, and I really think it's cool. Its blood tastes good, too. Honk. 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 Oh my God! I don't... Next page. Oh, fantastic! So KK gave this book to me saying how shitty it was. I read it, of course. Holy fuckballs, it was amazing, KK. What are you saying? This book is fantastic! 5 stars, no doubt. Fucking amazing. Who is this? I think that, oh god, it's Roxy. I don't, that wasn't quite, that's not quite Roxy writing, but still good. Oh god, oh. I'm shit in the peta voice, so I'm not even gonna try that one. Oh boy. Jane. I have never tried to do a Jane voice. Well, okay, I did do a Jane voice once, but haven't done one since. A great read. Probably one of the best darn things I've received from a friend. A truly heartwarming book. And it may or may not contain an extra chapter. Okay, now... critical. Oh... I believe this book is good for lighthearted fun, but for more serious matters, you should look elsewhere. Teresa and Equus have given this book far too generous reviews, probably because of their bias in favor of horses. I'm giving this a hopeful just because of aradia. I think that's enough. I think I've gone through all the reviews. Wait. Inspired by your gushers. I mean, I won't say that's undeserved. I did consider getting gushers at one point, and I still am. The fuck? Turtleback? What the fuck? Ooh. What the fuck is it so expensive? Okay, Dirk, what version did you... You better have used a frickin' paperback. Okay, Dirk used a paperback. Okay, I think we're done here. That was fucking great. I'm gonna have to do some censor work now, because that had, like, remnants of my address. And we're back. Putting on the road to free music. Danger! About to attempt a dangerous bike stunt. Oh, it's about to attempt a dangerous bike stunt. It was too dangerous. Danger! The pony pals slipped their boots on their bare feet. As they ran out of the office, they grabbed their liquor. Whiskey for Anna, gin for Pam, and a huge jug of premixed Long Island iced tea for Pawnee. She had a serious problem. What's happened? Wondered Anna. Why are the ponies flipping a shit? I'll get halters and harpoon guns, shouted Pam as she hurried to the armory. Anna and Pawnee ran down the barn aisle and outside. It was snowing. The 3 ponies looked at their owners with wide, frenzied eyes. The girls, for the upteenth time, saw the face of madness-induced terror. Their high-pitched whinnies almost sound like screams. Holy fucking shit. None of them looks hurt, squelched Anna. Pam ran up beside her friends and handed each of them a halter and a copy of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on VHS. I think we actually have that. When Lightning saw Pam, she stopped running for office and dropped out of the highly contested gubernatorial race. Pam went over to her pony. It's okay, Pam said in Aramaic, the only language Lightning spoke. You can retool your platform and run again in 4 years. She slipped an envelope of cash to another pony in the paddock. Good work, Pam whispered to this pony. The governor thanks you for your service. Lil Seb came over to Pawnee. The pony snored, but she let Pawnee put on the air superiority, which she was so fond of adopting at moments like this. Pam was leading Lightning around in a circle too. I know who your real father is, Pawnee, she said coyly. Pawnee stiffened, but said nothing in response. Acorn was the last pony to stop running. Anna went over to him and put her hand on his censored. She stroked it gently. "What's wrong, Acorn?" she asked. Acorn snorted a line of cocaine and shook his head. Even if he had been able to speak her language, how could he tell her what was wrong? It would be impossible for a mere human to understand the forces at play here. For how does one explain atomic warfare to a caterpillar or heartbreak to a bacterial phage? "I wish they could tell us what happened," Anna said. Maybe a pack of Bolsheviks ran through the paddock," said Pony. "That could wake up a pony and fill its head with subversive philosophies. And if one pony becomes Leninist, it can radicalize the others," said Pam. Pony brushed snowflakes off Lil Seb's mane. "The snowflakes might have upset Lil Sebastian," she said. "He doesn't like to fuck around with solid precipitation. It breeds reptiles in his mind. Let's put them in the new barn to protect them from the workers' inevitable revolution," said Pam. "Some of the stalls are empty after that game of Russian roulette after the ponies played last week." "Good idea," said Anna. She clipped that lock of hair from Pam's head. "To remember you by," she whispered. Fuck. Pam and Pony turned their heads towards the barn, but Acorn was like, "Fuck that noise." "You go ahead," Anna told Pony and Pam. "Acorn is still a little fucked up." "Okay," said Pam. "We'll meet you inside," Pony disgorged chuckily. Pam and Pony led their ponies to the barn. Anna heard Pam shotgun fire twice. Apparently there hadn't been enough room after all. Oh no. Oh no. And then this 2-page long rant is what I remember best from the entirety of this. May have gone to chapter 6, but I barely remember anything after chapter 4. In fact, I don't even really remember what happened in chapter 4. In fact, the only thing I really do remember clearly is this. Give me a second. Frick, I keep accidentally playing the music before resuming the recording. But, alright. Remember Longcat, Jane? I remember Longcat. Fuck the picture on this page. I want to talk about Longcats. Memes were simpler back then, 2006. They stood for something, and that something was nothing. Memes just were. Longcat is long. An undeniably true, self-reflexive statement. Water is wet. Fire is hot. Longcat is long. Memes were floating signifiers without signifieds. Meaningful and they're meaningless. Nobody made memes. They just arose through spontaneous generation. Ethna being birthed, fully formed from her own skull. You talk about them around the proverbial water cooler, taking comfort in their absurdity. "Hey Johnson, have you seen that picture of that cat? They call it Longcat because it's long." "Ha ha! Sounds like good fun, Stevenson." "That reminds me, I need to show you this webpage I found the other day. It contains numerous anime dancing hamsters. It's called, you never believe this, Hamster Dance." And then Johnson and Stevenson went on to have a wonderful friendship based on the comfortable banality of self-evident digitized animals. But then 2007 came, and along with it came I Can Has, and everything was forever ruined. It was hubris, Jane. We did it to ourselves. The minute we added written language, it all went to shit. Suddenly, memes had an excess of information to be parsed. It wasn't just a picture of a cat, perhaps with a simple description that appended to it. Now the cat spoke to us via a written caption on the picture itself. It referred to an item of food that existed in our world, but not in the world of the meme, rupturing the boundary between the two. The cat wanted something, which forced it to recognize that what it wanted was us, was our attention. We are the cheeseburger, Jane, and we always were. But by the time we realized this, it was too late. We were slaves to the very memes that we had created. We toiled to earn the privilege of being distracted by them. They fiddled while Rome burned, and we threw ourselves into the fire so that we might listen to the music. The memes had us, or rather, they could have us. And it just got worse from there. Soon the cats had invisible bicycles and played keyboards. They gained complex identities, and so we hollowed out our own identities to accommodate them. We prayed to return to the simple days when we would admire a cat for its exceptional links alone. The days when the cat itself was a meme and not merely a vehicle for the complex mimetic text. And the fact that this text was so sparse, informal, and broken ironically made it even more demanding. The intentional grammatical and syntactical flaws drew attention to themselves, making the meme even more about the captioning words and less about the pictures. Words. Stumbling through a crooked, dead-end hallway of a mangled collage describing a simple feline sentiment was a torture that we inflicted on ourselves daily. Let's not forget where the word caption itself comes from. Capio, Latin for both I understand and I capture. We thought that by captioning the memes, we were understanding them. Instead, our caption allowed them to capture us. That the memes that had been a cure for our cultural ills are now the illness itself. It goes right back to Phaedrus, really. The Plato dialogue, you've read it, right? Back in the innocent days in 2006, we naively thought that the graph meme had subjugated the phono meme. That the belief in the privacy of the spoken word was an ancient and backwards folly on par with burning witches or practicing phrenology or thinking that Smash Mouth was good. Fucking Smash Mouth. But we were wrong about the photoman meme. The trickster god Zeus came to us again, this time in the guise of a grinning gray cat. The cat hungered and disguised as a gift, and we greedily took it, again oblivious to the consequences. Oh, I missed the line. The cat hungered, and so did Zeus. We'd already taken right from him, so this time he offered us a new truth disguised as a gift, and we greedily took it again, oblivious to the consequences. To borrow the parlance of a contemporary meme, he made us a pharmacon, and we eated it. Pharmacon, what the fuck? The Greek word that means both poison and cure, but because of the limitations of the English language, can only be translated one way or the other depending on the context and translator's whims. No possible translation can capture the full implications of a Greek text including this word. In the Phaedrus, writing is the pharmacon that the trickster god Zeus offers, the toxin and remedy in one. With writing, man will no longer forget, but he will also no longer think. A double-edged sword, if you will. But the new iteration of pharmacon is the meme, specifically the post-icon has memescape in 2007 onward. And it was the language that did it, Shane. The addition of written language twisted the remedy into a poison, flipped the pharmacon on its invisible axis. In retrospect, it was in front of our eyes all along. Meme, the noxious word, was given to us by who else but those wily ancient Greeks themselves. Mamima. I'm sorry for not knowing Greek. Defined as an imitation, a copy, the exact thing Plato warned us against in the Republic. Remember? The simulacrum is 2 steps removed from the perfection of the original by the process of, note the root of the word, mimesis, the Platonic ideal of an object as a source, the Father, the Son, the ghostly whole. The corporeal manifestation of the object is 1 step removed from perfection. The image of the object, be it in letters or in pigments, is 2 steps removed. The author is inferior to the craftsman, is inferior to God. Fuck out of space. Okay, the illustration on page 46 is fucking useless. I'll see you there. But we'll go farther than Plato. Long Cat, a photograph, is a textbook example of a second-degree mimesis. We might promote it to 3rd degree since the image on the internet is a digital copy of the original photograph of a physical cat, which itself is a copy of the Platonic ideal of a cat, the god cat, if you will. But this line of thought doesn't change anything in the argument. This text supplement meme, on the other hand, the caption cat, is at an infinite remove from the god cat, is the ultimate mimesis, copying the copy of itself eternity, the written language and the image echoing off each other, until it finally loops around to the truth by virtue of being so far from it. It becomes its own truth, the fidelity of the eternal copy. It becomes a god. Writing itself is the archetypical pharmacon and the archetypical copy. If you'll come back with me to the Phaedrus, if we ever really left it. Speech is a real deal, Socrates says, with a smug little wink to his written dialogic buddy. Speech is alive, it can defend itself, it can adapt and change. Writing is its bastard son, the mimic, the dead, rigid simulacrum. Writing is a copy, a mimema of truth and speech. Then return to her analogous issue, the image of the cat that wants a cheeseburger. The copy of the picture copy is so much closer to its original Platonic ideal, God cat, than the written language that accompanies it is to its own Platonic ideal, speech. Pharmacon can also mean paint. Think about it, Jane, just think about it. The image is so fake, but the caption on the cat that is the downfall of the Republic, the real fakeness, which is both realer and faker than whatever original it is that it represents. Men and gods abhor the lie. Plato says in sections 382 and A and B of the Republic. Don't you know, said I, that the variable lie, if the expression is permissible, is a thing that all men and gods abhor? What do you mean, he said. This, said I, that falsehood is the most vital part of themselves, and about their most vital concerns. It's something that no one willingly accepts, but it is there above all that everyone fears it. Man's worst fear is that he will hold existential falsehood within itself, and the lies that he tells are an incarnation of this fear, Plato elaborates. The falsehood in words is a copy of the effects in the soul, an after-rising image of it, and not an altogether unmixed falsehood, a copy of man's flawed internal copy of truth. And what word does Plato use for copy in this sentence? That's fucking right. Mimema. Mimesis. Meme. The new meme is a lie, manifested in written words, reflecting the lack of truth, the emptiness within the very soul of a human. The meme is now not only an inferior copy, it is a deceptive copy. But just wait. It gets better. Plato continues in the very next section of the Republic, 382c. Sometimes, he says, the meme is appropriate, even moral. It isn't abhorrent to lie to your enemy, or to your friend in order to keep it from harm. Does it, the lie, not then become useful to avert the evil as medicine? You get one guess for what Greek word is being translated as medicine here. Ding, ding, goddamn ding. You got it. Pharmacon. The bleh is a bleh. The lie is a medicine/poison. The meme is a pharmacon. But I'm sure that by now you realize the intentional mistake in my argument that brought us to this point. I said earlier that the addition of written language to the meme flipped the pharmacon on its axis. But the pharmacon didn't flip. It doesn't have an axis. It was always both remedy and poison. The fact that this isn't obvious to us from the very beginning of the discussion is the fault of, you guessed it, language. The initial lie, writing, clouds our vision and keeps us from realizing how false the second-order lie, the meme, is. The very structure of the lying meme mirrors the structure of the written word and defines and corrupts it. Once you try to identify an outside in order to reveal the lie, the whole framework turns itself inside out so that you can never escape it. The cat wants a cheeseburger that exists outside of the meme, but only through the meme do we become aware of the presumed existence of the cheeseburger. We can't point out the absurdity of the world of the meme without also indicating our own world. We can't talk about language without language. We can't interpret memes without mimesis. Memes didn't change between 06 and 07. It was us who changed. Or rather, our understanding of what we had always been changed. The lie became truth. The remedy became the poison. The outside became the inside. Which is to say that the truth became lie. The pharmacon was always a remedy and the poison. And the inside retreated further inside. It all came full circle. Because here's a secret, Jane. Language ruined the meme, yes, but language itself had already been ruined by that initial poisonous like copy. Writing, the first pharmacon, the first meme. Language didn't attack the meme in 2007 out of spite. It attacked it to get revenge. Long cat is long, language is language, pharmacon is pharmacon. The foaming topographine, which is right through the night sky. Our skulls hide secret messages on their surfaces. Smash Mouth is good after all. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. That was fucking great. And that fucking the Hall of the Mountain King. This is the fucking opposite of wholesome. Alright. Anna's soul felt cold as she fell into Thanatopsis, contemplating all the creatures, human and non, that died in Acorn's name. She tried to turn Acorn around. Come on, Acorn, she said. The others have probably moved all the bodies out of the way by now. It's time to go in. She tried to pull Acorn towards the barn, but he was tired of playing along with his so-called master. It was time for him to show her who was actually in charge here. Anna thought, Acorn is being an asshole. I have to be firm with him. Come on, Acorn, Anna said subsequently. She looked him in the eyes so he would know she was serious. But Acorn's eyes were even more fathomless than usual. Looking into them was like gazing into the abyss, and the abyss did more than gaze back. It grabbed Anna by her fucking soul and dragged her down into itself. The bitch was a hack, it whispered to her. He thought he could even imagine what the abyss is. Identification is tamed, and I, like a wild pony, cannot be tamed. I am timeless, mindless, pointless. I am abysmal in all senses of the word. I am all senses of all words, for the sum of everything is nothing. He who fights with monsters is already a monster, for man can only fight itself. Anna unclipped the lead rope and let Acorn go free. But really, is it even impossible for a pony like Acorn to be free? Acorn turned into a lion and ran across the paddock to the animal clinic. Anna ran after the beast. I know what's wrong, she thought. Acorn wants to see his cat friend. Anna had never been more in love with Acorn. Acorn, she said, renounced her leonine form at once. Acorn did so, but only because he willed it. He was done obeying this tottering mortal conglomerate of bone, flesh, and spirit that dared to call itself a girl. Janine Betancourt masterfully employs a literary device that leads to worse still in this next paragraph. By using the word clinic in 5 of the 7 sentences, Betancourt challenges the reader to consider the meaning of illness as it relates to this novel. The roots of the word, the Latin clinicus, physician, and the Greek klinos of the bed, clash in contrast to the stability suggested by the repetition of the English word. Brilliant. She tried to grab Acorn's halter, but he had it up to here with her shit, and ran along the fence line next to the clinic. When he stopped, he looked at the clinic and whinnied. Anna finally sawed off her left arm to escape the bear trap into which she'd fallen. Smoke was seeping out of the clinic windows. Through one window of the clinic, the now one-armed Anna saw flickering flames. The clinic was not on fire! Fuck! Anna turned and slithered toward the barn. Fire! Fire! She whispered. Acorn stood in front of the clinic and stared unblinkingly into the flames. Anna fell in her jacket pocket and put out her whistle. She raised it to her lips and blew the pony pow SOS signal. There's a podfic of this, yeah. Ooh, wait. Huh. Someone's doing it with a different book, huh? Not quite complete. Judging my 2018, it might never be complete. But okay. There's this podfic. I know they have like a little jingle for it. Like this.
Chapter 3. Danger.
Does it have the fucking...
Temporary meme on the Internet Republic. See, sometimes It was time for Betancourt masterfully employed
Anna saw flickering flame
the skateboard tricks she had busted out
in the Kendall's house.
of illness as her of the
Acorn's halter, but
he had had it up to here with her shit.
ran along the fence line next to the clinic.
Bear trap. The now one-armed
Anna turned and
slithered
toward the barn. Fire!
The flames.
Anna felt in her jacket pocket and pulled out her whistle. She raised it to her lips and blew the Pony Pal SOS signal.
Pawnee
ran back in the barn.
Oh, it doesn't do the whole thing. That's sad. I return. What is this fucking notification? Oh. That was fast. Pawnee ran back into the barn, and Pam ran towards the Crandall's house. Anna remembered the sick, gnarly skateboard trick she had busted out in the kennel room. She threw her dismembered arm over the fence and hungrily examined the back door of the clinic. As she devoured the door, she heard a dog cough. The cats meowed erotically. A large three-toed sloth was whimpering. Anna sliced off one of its arms and grafted it to her left shoulder. It was a hasty job, but it would do until Pam could build her cybernetic replacement. Oh god, this is just happening now, huh? Through the smoke, she could see Brandy, adapting quickly to her new appendage. She used her three claws to pick the lock, and she opened his kennel door. Villain, take for me and Rismunk, Brandy said begrudgingly. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this German right. This is not fitting music at all, you fucking... I should zoom in, just... Yeah, that's good. Won't help when we get the pictures, but yeah. Ooh. Pam entered the burning building wearing a wedding gown with a royal cathedral train. She grabbed Anna's hand. I wish to be wedded to death, she says. Anna looked at Pam's fragile beauty. Tears welled up in her eyes. I would be honored to join you in your marriage to the unknowable, she said to her friend. Pam, take Brandy, shouted a man's voice. Do not come back in here. It was Dr. Crandall. Holy balls, he's using italics. Shit must be serious. The train of Pam's gown caught fire. The trailing taffeta, designed as a herald of renewed life, had become the fuse of a powder keg, judging from the look on the girl's face. As the puggish flames pressed closer and closer to her body, Pam longed for the inevitable explosion. Dr. Crandall tore the veil from Pam's face and stomped at her dress to extinguish the flames. Later, he shouted, yes, you will wed death and lay with him and bear his worm children from your rotting womb. But not tonight. Pam shrugged. Okay, what'll happen to the animal, she thought. Oh well, I hope the fire fucking killed the black cat. God damn. I'm gonna have to find another music choice later. Maybe at the halfway mark, like... of the whole book, I mean. I want a physical edition of this, honestly. Like, I could make my own physical edition of it, but that'd be a lot of work, you know? Like, I'd definitely have to buy things. The printer wouldn't print them out at the right size. I don't fucking know. It'd be cool, though. Fuse calibrated burn for the exact amount of time it takes to read this chapter. Flames. The last chapter I'm gonna read tonight. Anna sashayed out of the burning clinic. She felt reborn, as if the flames had been an inverse baptism that ushered her from the world of childhood to that of adulthood. a world more perilous and uncertain than the one in which she had previously lived, one cloud with the thick smoke of ambiguity and roasted by the torturous heat of responsibility, but also a world far more exciting, full of leaping, flickering tongues of opportunity. The fire was a fitting symbol for this transformation, Anna reflected. Brandy was digging a trench. It's okay, Pam told him. The strafing won't begin until sunrise. Pam's mother was there, cosplaying as Mikhail Gorbachev. What? Dr. Crandall handed his forehead birthmark sporting wife a cat with a splint on its leg. He ran back into the building. Be careful, Mrs. Crandall yelled to her husband. USS Akarkon is in 6 days and you're my ride. But Dr. Crandall, after 19 years of marriage to this terrible woman, would not have much mind in a fiery death at this point. God. As Pam's mother berated her husband, Anna saw where Pam, still wearing the wedding dress, got her costuming talent from. The elder Lady Crandall's replica of the navy blue suit that General Secretary Gorbachev had worn on October 11, 1986, when meeting with Ronald Reagan at Yosky in Reykjavik to discuss the reduction of mid-range European nuclear weapons was impeccable. But, oh shit, the fire was spreading fast. Mom, should we take the horses and ponies out of the new barn? Pam asked. Pawnee and Anna exchanged their secret Santa gifts. The fire could spread to the barn. Their ponies were in danger. Buck and shit. Anna remembered that a pony would not leave a burning barn. She had heard stories of ponies running back into a burning barn after they had been rescued. Pony thought his stall was the safest place to be, even if it was in flames. I'm going to leave the paragraph completely intact. Let it sink in. That's exactly how fucking imbecile ponies are. Running into a burning barn. Christ, I'm making a concerted effort in my writing to make ponies sound ridiculous, and even I couldn't come up with something that bizarre. You win this round, Janine Betancourt. Ponies, shit. I'm telling you, Jane, those animals have the screws. The screw, to literalize the idiom and expand the metaphor, is there in the hole, but it's wobbling around like a fidgeting drunkard on an overclocked carousel. The screw's thread has no grip at all, so any second now the whole thing's going to fall out from the underside of that shitty IKEA couch, in which your friends told you not to get. But what could go wrong, you said to them. You could handle it. You built a birdhouse once, so you want to tie the screw, but you know that you can't. You're lying on your stomach, flashlight between your teeth, trying to get that fucking loose screw, but it's all up in a corner by one of the couch legs, so you can't reach it with your fingers, and the damn thing's head is fucking stripped, so your screwdriver won't do you any good. Turn that screwdriver all you want, Jane. That screw's not going anywhere. Suddenly, Anna remembered that Acorn wasn't in the barn. It was still lost in its dark thoughts near the clinic, and its heart stopped beating. The young girl clutched at her chest with a grafted-on sloth arm and slowly kneeled over until she lay motionless in the snow, dead from a heart attack. Pam and Pawnee rushed to aid her, but it was too late. Anna's unblinking eyes stared up at the star-strewn night sky until Pam closed them with her hand. Good night, sweet prince, she whispered. Acorn watched the flames consume the clinic silently. He immediately recognized the ambiguous positioning of the modifier in his internal monologue and changed it. Acorn silently watched the flames consume the clinic. The fire itself was deafeningly loud. Acorn was magnificent standing there in the flickering light. He was what gods dreamed of being. He looked so fucking noble that he'd been bronze. He looked so fucking noble that, had he been bronze, Alexander Pushkin would have written dozens of poems about him, and then Acorn would have crushed Pushkin beneath his bronze hooves. Beautiful, isn't it? Acorn shuddered. He had not noticed the cat approach him, and now sat on the fence post beside him, also looking at the fire, its tail swinging like the pendulum of that most secret of clocks, the clock that each of us carries within us, yet refuses to acknowledge until it is forcefully rent from our chest and held before our eyes. The clock that Anna had just seen the face of. Beautiful, the cat continued, but deadly. It turned to face Acorn, much like you, its hollow eyes with midnight visions burned. Fuck off, Acorn whinnied. The cat shook its tiny head and shit just a bit. I wish I could, Acorn. I wish I could leave here, and never again see the thousand sordid images in which your soul is constituted. But I remember what you told me earlier, interrupted Acorn. But why did you have to start this fire? What does that have to do with your plan? The cat feigned shock. What makes you think that I started this fire? After all, I'm just a cat. Acorn ignored this attempt to raise his hackles. No, Acorn's hackles were going to remain as unraised as a roof at a party DJ'd by John Quincy Adams, a president notorious for the non-gnarliness of his inaugural ball. Should I repeat the question, Acorn said, or do I need to crush you again? No need to get snippy, the cat replied as it began grooming itself. I started a fire because I needed to do something to kill Anna. Acorn's twitching ears betrayed his emotion. Oh, I have your attention now, do I? I just can't figure it out. What that girl means to you. You feel superior to her, which, of course, you are, and at times seem to hate her, but you also fear her. You're protective of her. If it was possible for one such as you to love, I might even be tempted to say, it's none of your business, Acorn said. Do what you will to me, but leave her alone. See how defensive you get? I suspect that you yourself don't know what you feel. After all, you could free yourself from her at any moment, yet you choose to wear her saddle, subjugate yourself to her reins, dance like a fucking bear, cry like a parrot, chatter like an ape. You act like a normal, mindless pony instead of the godlike prince of the galaxy that you are. Do you fear your own power? You've never given a second thought to destroying others, but do you think that, unrestrained, you would destroy yourself? Anna was still fucking dead, but Pawnee was not ready to let her friend go. The township began to perform CPR on Anna's body. Pam, an expert on corpses, knew it was too late, but she decided that this gesture, futile as it was, might be a part of Pawnee's dream process, so she left her alone. The sound of fire engine sirens pierced the air. It aroused the pony. Oh my god, you give us that existential shit and then just, it aroused the ponies. How dare you? Dirk! They filthy colloquialisms for horse sex emitted up and down the paddock. Pam and Pawnee were startled too, but they were glad the firefighters were there. Anna's father was a volunteer firefighter. Pawnee hoped that he and the other firefighters could revive her friend. She stood and thus said aloud to Pam and Pawnee's optimism and innocence. Pam and Pawnee watched the firefighters approach Anna's body. One knelt down, removed his thick glove, and felt Anna's neck for a pulse. He found none. He rose and shook his head at the two girls. Pawnee began to sob. Pam's expression of grim determination didn't so much as flicker. I will find that fucking cat, she said through gritted teeth, and I will crush its fucking head between my hands. Its brain nectars will be the most puro that will disinfect my soul of its grief. Pawnee stopped crying for long enough to take a wineskin full of gin out of her boot and drain it in one gulp. She had a serious problem. Acorn and the cat watched as the firefighters extinguished the blaze. Without the violent light of the fire, the night seemed suddenly claustrophobic. Now, the sky was illuminated only by the cooler, paler fires in the moon, the stars, and the flashing lights on the assembled emergency vehicles. The snow no longer fell in individual sparkling flakes. It was now a single heavy sheet of gray and cold that pressed down on Acorn with the cumulative weight of the centuries of snow that had already fallen on his defiant shoulders. But Acorn was no Atlas. He could not hold the weight forever. Both he and the cat were acutely aware of this fact. The fire trucks pulled away. The moon continued to shine. The snow continued to fall. Acorn continued. I'm not going with you, Acorn said at last. The cat licked one of its white paws nonchalantly. I know. Acorn lunged forward and bit off the cat's head with one snap of his mighty jaws. The cat's body toppled from the fence post to the ground, and Acorn spat out the severed head beside it. "Are you trying to annoy me?" said a voice from the darkness. "You aren't succeeding." The cat pranced into view along the fence and jumped down to sit on its own dead body. Playfully batted the severed head with one paw, like a feline cephalomore. Cephalomore is a really good word, thought both Acorn and the cat. Acorn gazed at the impossible being. He felt as if his mind, which had up to that point been expanding, was starting to collapse in on itself. If his mind was a Friedman model universe, its density parameter, omega, would have just exceeded 1, meaning its actual density, P, was greater density than the critical density, PC, approximately 5 monatomic hydrogen atoms per cubic meter, as determined by the equation PC equals 3hx2. Just a complicated fraction. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that out loud. Where G is Newton's gravitational constant and H is a function of time, triggering a terminal contraction of said universe. That's what Acorn felt like. "Tell me your name," Acorn said. The cat started shitting for the upteenth time. I go by Acorn Winnie, the furious Winnie, like a fucking car alarm hopped up on chief of amphetamines. If you say I go by many names, I swear to fucking God I will wreck you. The cat flicked its tail. No, I was going to say I go by Minnows, a single name. You, however, Granny, Last Matcha, Orion, the Darley Arabian, Eclipse, both Cincinnati and Traveler. I always thought Xanthos had a nice ring to it, but now, Acorn. The cat's adorable little nose crinkled in disgust. A dull name for a domesticated beast. Why'd you give it up? The names, the power, all of it. Acorn is a name of strength, a huge, mighty creature that has temporarily chosen dormancy, but has the potential to spring back in even grander form at any moment. Yes, if dropped in fertile soil, but it is far more likely that it will fall impotently onto the sterile roof of a patio and be eaten by a squirrel. But if it wishes, sprout within the stomach of the squirrel, rendering the flesh of the weak rodent from within until it... No, it can't. That's not how seeds work. And you know as well as I do that the name isn't the fucking point. Why are you pretending to be that which you are not? Acorn responded by crushing the cat yet again. "Where are the animals that were in the clinic?" Pam asked Mrs. Crandall, as the narrative abruptly shifted back to the humans. "Your dad and Pawnee borrowed them to my office in the old barn," Mrs. Crandall answered, her birthmark makeup beginning to run from the heat-induced sweat trickling down her forehead from underneath her bald cap. Pam was just glad that Pawnee was no longer weeping over the stiffening body of their friend. "Anna, I've been looking all over for you," one of the firefighters said. It was Anna's father. Pam hardly recognized him. His face was preternaturally pale, and his eyes seemed to glow faintly red, reflecting the still smoldering embers of the fire. Pam wondered, not yet suspecting what forces were working through him. From his words, it seemed that the poor man had not yet realized that his daughter was dead. Pam thought sadly. She watched the suit-stained firefighter kneel over Anna's body in the snow. He took off his helmet and held Anna's hand. "You okay?" he asked. "I'm fine," Anna answered. Sitting up, Pam gasped in shock. "Oh. Okay." The girl had been indisputably dead for the last 10 minutes. How is this possible? Not even in the most forbidden of dark magic books had Pam seen anything that could explain the seemingly miraculous revival. Anna gave her father a quick hug. "See you later, Dad," she said. Pam decided not to question her friend's resurrection for the moment. Anna seemed unaware of her own death, so Pam led her to the barn office without comment. But Pam was cautious. It was likely that this was not the same Anna that she had once known. Dr. Crandall was putting a fresh bandage on Brandy's wound. Pam, please get a clean pair of sturm hose for this reprehensible war criminal, he said. They're in the closet under the hayloft ladder. Anna, could you sedate Brandy for a second? While Anna pressed the ether-soaked rag over Brandy's face, she looked around the barn office. The Pony Palace bound volumes of NYPD Blue fanfiction were piled in a corner. Portable kennels were set up around the... I swear, Dad, this big, Anna said, indicating the sides with her hands. A delicious foot-long Subway sandwich for only $5. What's the catch, Mr. Harley asked. Can you only get a limited selection of vegetables? Nope, Anna replied with a big grin. You can get all the garden fresh veggies you want. And don't forget the cheese, still only $5. Anna's father put an approving hand on his daughter's shoulder. That's a damn good deal, Anna. A damn good deal. Pam watched the conversation warily. Anna had been dead on the ground only minutes ago, and now she and her father were casually discussing the fantastic prices that Subway restaurants were offering on select foot-long sandwiches. Eat fresh, Anna, Pam said in a low whisper that was half warning, half threat. Eat fresh. This Pony Palace illustration has been brought to you by Subway Eat Fresh. And then coupons, like the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff books. Or I guess mostly the first one. The Spoon Quest book did have little coupons, did have little fake coupons like that, but they were more like in general instead of only Subway. Portable kennels were set up around the room. The sloth whose arms Anna had taken was in one kennel. 2 other cats and a dog were in kennels too. The third dog was lying to himself if he thought that his new haircut didn't make him look like a washed-up daytime talk show host. There had been 3 dogs, 3 cats, and 1 sloth in the kennel room that day. Now Pam saw only 2 cats, 3 dogs, and a resentful sloth. She let out a sigh of relief. The black cat was missing, hopefully burned to a crisp like a neglected bagel by in a toaster oven. Anna felt a coldness that she had never before experienced. What had happened to her after she collapsed, she wondered. Did she die in the fire? Was this the afterlife? If so, the afterlife was really shitty. She tapped her sloth claws on the table in front of her rhythmically and pondered the consequences of her own existence as she had never done before. Pam, looking at her from across the room, was doing the same. The thing in the barrel on page 25 wasn't a bomb. It was actually a ham. It is now cooked to perfection. Oh my. Well, if I liked meat, I would enjoy that. But I don't like meat. So Dirk, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to throw your gift on the fucking ground. Okay. That was the end of the song. Oh. It's actually really short. Well, this... Oh god. Luigi, you have terminal 7 brain cancer. I don't know what that means, but it's bad. That's a fucking gem of a video. I would play the game based off that, but honestly, I can't do it. I can't do Vinesauce's playthrough justice. Yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. This would be the perfect time to end it. Oh boy. Next up, this fucking snake. Alright, I really should have done the whole thing a lot sooner, instead of waiting so long. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna do something. What is it something? I don't know. Frick. Alright, bye.